That does not compute.
Yeah.
Perfect, nailed it. So Hanamura, if I'm not mistaken, Hex, these two teams did meet last week on Hanamura, which did go the way of Alpha Squad.
Yeah, they did win Assault, did Alpha Squad, and their highest win rates is actually on this game mode. Of course, you know, some of these teams are rather new, so it's hard to really garner that much information from their win rates. But they have not lost Temple of Anubis, so it's really interesting that we were at Hanamura here. Hanamura, of course, you know, Diva's sister, her name is Hana Star.
Is it really?
I think so. It's Hana something.
So we were just talking about lore, like backstage, and saying, yeah, we both really don't pay attention to lore.
I know. Why did I go to? Because one of her sprays is a star, you know, like the Hollywood Walk of Fame star, and that's the one I have. And I usually sit down with the epic emote and play video games in front of it.
What the sprays I have are, you know, the top 500 sprays for being a good player.
Oh no! I mean, see, I cast so much Overwatch that I don't have time to play.
It's, you know, those monthly melees. I gotta give it to you. Definitely do cast more than I do. But now going on to Hanamura here, looks like Alpha Squad will be on the defense and 1-2-3 on the attack. Still talked about him maybe playing some Genji. Looks like he will be doing that. But can he play it to the level that Big Nose did earlier on?
I hate you. I hate you with,
you know, to be fair, during TakeOver like a couple weekends ago, a guy was there photoshopping my nose on every hero.
Oh yeah, did they mention it at all? And just like, you put it in my head. You were talking about 30 seconds beforehand. Oh, I'll never live it down. But, you know, that's just the life of casting. You make mistakes, you talk for a living. They're not all going to be aces, folks. They come in over the side. They've got a nice rotation coming in here. I actually like this push-in angle for the most part. Mistakes tries to get a little pepper damage in, knowing that he's got the Mega down below. Already contesting on the point as Lolly's trying to find him over the sides. Bloodless thus far as both tanks going at each other. The bubbles are down. And this has been an odd bit of
look at the way the
here.
Tracers are playing. We have 1-2-3's Tracer, Mistakes on the left-hand side, and we have Lolly on the right-hand side. Lolly can't get behind the front line of 1-2-3. He just go all the way around the map to actually get there. While on the other hand, you have Mistakes who can easily just dash around the side and get there. But luckily for the side of Alpha Squad, they've been able to pick up those initial kills to stop 1-2-3 from getting any progress.
Yeah, those first couple of kills are nice, and it's a little bit odd that the tanks are even staying in here because they will be taken down in short order, you'd have to imagine. They do finally get the memo to retreat, and I don't know, they lost 2, but I guess retreating is also dangerous in its own prospect as you come out. At least staying in forces out this. A Nano Blade comes from Goose, so he's able to take down Inia. Talisman Daizo trades generally good for the offense on first of assaults because the reinforced time that much worse, and this is why they stayed in, able to get a couple more kills, and now definitely in the driver's seat is 1-2-3 as they will Zenyatta their way in.
Well, I mean, Para, he did have his chance, but he decided to not use it, decided to let himself die. We realized that we're going to maybe need some sort of ultimate coming into that second phase of the map if 1-2-3 do capture this. Still has actually switched away from the Genji over to Soldier as his last few kills are going to trickle in for 1-2-3 to finally get this first point.
An odd and prolonged fight, you'd think it would lead to more of an ultimate advantage on the offense, but some ults were used during those engagements too, so they're going to have Pulse Bomb and Primal Rage up. Usually this first push is generally in favor of the offense. Tonic's sitting there for a moment. I don't know if he wants to leap over the edge. It seems like they have this idea of the angle they want to go into, that Tonic and Mistakes were maybe going to go left and coming in. I think they still have that notion because Tonic is still back there, but good eyes and good scouting over here from Lolly as they do rotate into that angle. This is something you don't always see.
Oh. Actually, that was a kill on the Big Goose that Mistakes somehow hit a couple of shots onto. They do get still into that middle ground position. They do have taken up 2 kills with Transcendence. It's still there at a para, but he's not using it just yet because they lost on quite a few people. Now he's finally being forced to pop it as he's being smacked around in the corner. But this Trance really isn't going to do too much other than just stall for some time.
Way too late there, and this is exactly where you want to be as Soldier 76 up top with your sights activated. Deflect only keeps Goose alive for so long. And they are really crushing this second push. You have to start seeing some kills from the defense here if they want any chance, but it's getting harder and harder as the self-destruct will clear up the point yet again. Already 2 ticks here, Jace.
Yeah, and they're still just following up with all these kills. The focus fire is definitely there. You can see them all hitting the same target that comes out every single time. Big Goose in the backside to get the reflect kill in the box, so maybe there's an opportunity here, but that's a sound bird not being popped. They're trying to hold on to this point. They want to make sure to capture it. There's still 4 minutes left to go. Big Goose is trying to come in with his blade, and he finally does get another kill. This actually might be enough to close us off, to hold them off the second point.
It might be because the kills come in late, but they're so close it might not be though, but eventually they will have the numbers, the reinforcements come through. So close, but so far as that objective ticker would back down to 66.
Still 2/3. That's a lot of progress done on your first initial attack at that point. Alpha Squad had to pretty much extend every ultimate they had there just to maintain it. Now we have Bach with Transcendence. Can they get Snillo back again on this middle ground? Who's close to a tactical visor if you can just charge us up. Maybe get that D-suit somehow, put one to Sherry Dormy, and then allow them to capture that final point. We'll find out here as they're still trying to poise for this position.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Usually you see just a bullying of up top over the right and trying to come in that angle. This is they finally do. They're still trying to chase down the Tracer on unnecessary levels, but meanwhile, on the point, both supports down for the defense. That means that a lot of these lives are not long to be lived. A nice Helix is going to bully out the Genji up top. Tracer is not in a position to contest, but has to get back near this point as it's going to be last second here. They get it, close it out with a little under 3.5 minutes left.
3:21 is an insane scoreline to have, or at least time big to have coming into your second attack, because I just seem to keep dying as this cast goes on.
Finishing Anubis is an insane progress to have. I mean,
yeah.
It's or Hanamura, excuse me, sorry. I really like we talked about it coming in. If you can get a soldier set up on that ledge on your offense, it's just like going to a carnival game and you're just playing duck hunts with, whatever pellet guns or water guns they have there. And he's set up there. He got a couple tactical visors, was able to get it going up top. Really nice play from Snillo there. Snillo reminds me of Snizzle Nose, but I'm afraid to ever say the word nose again. I simply can't bring myself to do it.
It's just going to scar you for life now.
I just can't.
I'm glad I'm going to stick with you after I, go home this week.
Oh, I've already stolen several of your things. So, offensively, it's going to be rough going here because, again, it's a tough map to finish here, and this robot still confounds me. I don't know if it's spraying the graffiti and just on break. It's definitely not cleaning it. This is the laziest robot in the world.
The J-Cap robot, as I like to call it. I just relate everything to me in the game.
Yeah, and I'm the narcissist. You're right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got a great nose on it, that machine.
It's a good nozzle.
Yeah, it's good. So let's look at, compositions a little bit. We did have Ana played initially out of Alpha Squad. Out of Talisman on the defense. Looks like Bach will be doing the same here. 1, 2, 3. So using the Ana because of the range discrepancies that you do have on Hanamura first. Also very easy to deal with anyone diving you because you do have the ability to survive a lot easier than Zen has. And you also have that sleep dart, which can be very huge. And when you kind of clump up and group up on these tight areas on the point, a bio grenade can be huge.
Yeah, we've seen bio grenade do a lot, able to get 1 or 2 people in several different kills. So I want to see what the offense needs to have a very successful first push, because I don't necessarily think that the second push is going to go as well. Mostly, it's not a knock against the team or any sort of personal thing at all. It's mostly just the fact that you don't see second pushes succeed that often on this point overall. It's difficult to do, so they need as many cracks at it as possible. A nice nade is going to make Goose think twice about going in.
His Goose is definitely cooked here as he's not forced to back away. Maybe try to go in from a different angle, but 1, 2, 3, they position themselves quite awkwardly on the point. They're actually holding the same position they did when they were attacking this point, giving up that initial ground to Alpha Squad. And they do have that backing of the Mega in that room next to them instead of that Mini. So they do have that as a slight advantage, but when the reinforcements might come, or the pressure might come, it might be a little difficult to hold on to.
It seems to be the angle the teams are preferring to push into lately, getting the high ground, and it's generally given up for free. It's very difficult for a defense to fight right there. You really don't feel comfortable doing so. You want the cover of the bell and the cover of the roof rather than fighting out in the open. So what that does is inherently gives up this high ground on the left-hand side. And they try to come in over the top and just get a little pressure. You just want your Winston in pressure, but they're going to get a lot of pressure from their own Winston as they boost him on the way in.
That's going to be attack visor being used too, so you kind of question maybe where these ultimates coming down on. You could have nanoed this visor, but doesn't matter. It doesn't seem like he needs as he picks himself up a double kill and eventually a quadruple kill as you hear. I think that is call that one out. And they do hold the points. They invest what? A nano, they invest a post bomb and a visor, and they maintain control. But most importantly, they're getting the heads of Alpha Squad here, knowing they had so much time to finish with.
Yeah, I don't mind nanoing the Winston there at all because it gives him so much chip damage that the visor is going to be able to clean up much easier. You're able to switch targets faster to go target to target to target because they've already been cleaved down. And also it gives Winston the Primal Rage a little bit faster too. As you mentioned, he's going to be at 66, so if they need another stall out to buy them time to get back and regather themselves for last, they're going to have it. Tonic got very low in that fight, but the healing power of Ana really shining through. Ana's going to have another nade, or another nano, excuse me, but she's taken out as Goose comes in with his blade. Only gets the one that time, but a couple of kills come here. And again, with the reinforcements being what they are for the defense, you have to imagine that these trades are going to mean... Well, actually, sorry. You have to imagine that this fight's going to be over for them as, wow, Mistakes comes in, and that's just what Mistakes does.
Yeah, if he's not picking up double kills with pulse bombs, he's getting it with his guns. So nonetheless, this man has been a huge staple for the team. Now they have almost four ultimates to use. Coming into the next attack, and with 1 minute and 15 remaining, Alpha Squad are starting to run out of answers, trying to run out of things they can even do to take this point. They do have this visor. They don't have a blade, though. They are running, though, keep in mind, the triple DPS, which is kind of what we wanted to see, right? Or at least what I mentioned. See Sherry Dormy playing the soldier to allow Snillo. Sorry, Big Goose. Actually, that's 1, 2, 3. I'm completely everywhere on this one. Nonetheless, they're still in the triple DPS, but they're not really making this point work.
The fact you're still alive and breathing at this point is a testament to your willingness to cast. It's been quite ill lately. It's fine. We understand that this fight looks to be just about over as the retreat already came in. They're sitting in this top room, which I guess you can do it, but they're going to get dove upon and taken out late. 30 seconds left, and the last good push for Alpha Squad. Otherwise, this map is over. Why? Why is this? Not what is this, why is this?
It's about sending a sign. It's about sending a message here to Alpha Squad.
We don't even need ultimates.
Oh, he got boop him off, please, please, please. Come on. Oh. All right, well, they don't boop him off, but with 15 seconds left to go, the chance of Big Goose being there to fight with the team in this last engagement, at least together, is wearing thin. They have to push back in. Mistakes is looking off to the side, look for some sort of kill. He has his post up almost up. The visor's going to come in, so Shigo's trying for a little bit of help with his dashes and his recall. This last fight is breaking off 1 point here, Heads.
A very nice sound barrier is going to keep everyone alive as the first push from the offense came in. They're going to trade out Winston's right away, but look at that. The rest of the support squad for the offense down. Goose or Cherry has to find something huge, and Goose dies just like the end of Top Gun. Spoiler. Sorry. If you haven't seen Top Gun, what are you doing with your life? I mean, if you're a fan of fighter jets, Top Gun's got it. You're a fan of beach volleyball, Top Gun's got it. If you're a fan of Tom Cruise karaoke, which who isn't, Top Gun's got it.
I like beach volleyball.
Yeah?
Say you look like you have the structure to play beach
You
volleyball.
can't give us a look like that when you're not on camera.
Oh, I can do whatever I want.
I suppose.
I mean, he's not even wearing pants.
That's true.
Wow, giving away all my secrets here.
Well, at least he wore underwear, Jason. Come on.
I'm sick. Give me a break. I can wear what I want.
Gotta
You're
cool
not my
off.
mom. Yeah, no, so that just looked like completely one-sided. 1-3, just looking like the stronger team.
Yeah.
And considering it went 3-2 last time, I'm kind of confused why Alpha struggled here on Hanamura.
Yeah, no, they seem to be crumbling a little bit, and it may be that 1-2-3 has just figured out the strengths of Alpha a little bit more. Big Goose not coming to bear as quite the strong Genji that he has shown himself to be. But I want to go back to the first point. I mean, Snillo on 76, he's really played fairly well on that 76. And the fact that he was able to get high ground on first attack, well, it worked out very well for them.
He's been fine on 76. The question I have is, what else can you run? I mean, we've seen that Goose can run them both. And I mean, I guess that's just the word I would describe him as fine. I don't even want to give him credit for Hollywood because it's really easy if you don't get attacked on Hollywood to play in Cafe.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can be a one-trick pony in Overwatch at the moment, but only like on certain heroes, only like Diva or maybe Winston or Genji.
A little bit of Genji.
Tracer.
Maybe Tracer, Tracer you can definitely do as well. But like Soldier, you can't be a one-trick Soldier in the current meta because you don't always play Soldier.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of very strong soldiers are flexing into that off-tank role. But we also haven't seen that from 1-2-3. So a lot of questions for 1-2-3 coming into the playoffs, but they have secured victory in this match, which means they are going to be atop the group coming into the playoffs, which means they're going to get priority seeding, which we will actually find out the full bracket later on after all the matches are complete. So make sure you stay tuned for that after the final.